Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we are celebrating the greatest new Korean skincare of 2026. Anyone that's shopped Korean skincare knows that things are always changing. New developments in terms of technology, new ingredients, and of course a suite of new products. It can sometimes seem a little overwhelming, but fortunately for you guys, my favourite thing to do in the whole world is to test out new K skincare. And I have gone to town in 2026, trying so many different products. Today I want to share with you what I think is the best of the best. These are new Korean skincare products that have slotted into my skincare routine and I genuinely think offer something different, might be interesting when it comes to your eye routine. So sit back, relax, let's talk the greatest new Korean skincare. Now, in today's video, I'm going to keep this super chatty and free-flowing. I used to do these style of videos all the time, but for some reason I stopped. And I thought, you know what? In 2026, I think the world is a little bit over-edited. So we're going to do this with zero edits, zero jump cuts, just me, you, sitting, chit-chatting, all our favourite skincare. And if you enjoy this style of content, make sure to let me know by reaching down and giving the video a big thumbs up and a like. I do genuinely take notice of the like counts on each and every video, and the more likes a video gets, the more likely I am to replicate that in terms of future uploads, because ultimately, I'm here to create the sort of content that you guys most enjoy watching, so thank you. I'd also love for you guys to let me know what your current favourite Korean skincare product is. Look amongst your collection and share with me what you think is the absolute best Korean skincare item that you have. Shout it down in the comment section below because I'm on the hunt for some new recommendations, and the ones that you guys share with me always do inspire me when it comes to future skincare purchases, so I would just love to hear from you. Now, without further ado, let's cut that waffle and delve straight on in. So I think it's an understatement when I say I have gone to town with Korean skincare in 2026. If I look back to last year, I think I was much more selective in terms of Korean skincare. I got a little bit overwhelmed. Maybe I wasn't feeling very inspired with K skincare last year. Somehow that's all changed in 2026. Lots of new recommendations on the market, viral hits, and I've just been trying each and every one of them. And I think these are what I would call the pinnacle of those selections. So let's start out with a product which I tried its sister equivalent of, and it's this. So this is the original that I've been using probably for 3 or 4 years. This is the VT Secret No Sebum Mild Powder. This is like a blotting powder designed to take down any shine, any excess oil. I'm a grease slick, so I definitely need something like this on hand. They launched this, which is their newer version, which is the No Sebum UV powder. So this has some UV filters in, which they say is an SPF 20 equivalent. Now, I will put a big disclaimer out there to say I personally wouldn't use powder SPFs as your go-to sun protection. You can never get that equal application. You miss areas. You have to use a lot of powder in order to get the recommended, SPF that the brand's advertising. Nobody uses that much powder. So never use this as your one and done protection. But I think this is a really nice way of elevating your sun protection, just adding a little to it whilst also mattifying everything down. So if you have your favorite sunscreen that's maybe a little bit on the dewier side, maybe you see the oil peeking through midday, that's certainly my experience. Slapping a little of this on will mattify it all down, lock it in place, and just gives you a little extra SPF. So yeah, you can still go with the original, which has served me great for the past 4 years, but I think because they're basically the same price, this is a nice little additional protection that you're not getting with the original. Both super finely milled, and I guess it really doesn't matter which one you go for. Just like I say, make sure you're using it in addition to your sun protection, not in the place of. I love both of these, and I'm glad that I tried the SPF one. I think this is the one that I'm going to keep using going forward. Another product where I tried 2 versions of is this. Now, this is recommended by you guys in your droves, and I think what I read in the comment section is people are feeling really inspired and excited by Korean skincare at the moment, and that's kind of feeding through to me. I have a lot of FOMO. You guys recommend products, and I'm always so keen to try them. Well, you guys were recommending this, which is the rejuran, I hope I pronounced that right, ampoule. So I ordered it, and I ordered both versions because I wasn't quite sure which one you meant. So this is the dual effect ampoule. This is the active cream enhanced. I wasn't sure when people said, have you tried the rejuran serum, which one you meant. So I've ordered both. This one's the best. So both of these have a specific form of PDRN. PDRN is one of the hottest ingredients in Korean skincare right now. Great for boosting collagen, elastin, has some great calming and soothing effects. I kind of did a whole video on PDRN, which I'll dig out and I'll leave a link to up there. So check that out if you want to know a little bit more about PDM, what it is, what it can do for the skin. So what both of these are high-dose PDRN serums, or serum and cream, that use a specific form of PDRN, which some studies, mainly led by skincare brands, so take them with a pinch of salt, shows is a little bit more effective than traditional PDRN. Like I say, the reason I chose these was based on your recommendations and the price point. They look gorgeous, but they're actually really inexpensive, and I loved both. I am going to say, I think, for me at least, the serum or the ampoule is actually the better one. It's a bit heavily overpackaged if you ask me, but once you fight through that, you actually get a really, really nice ampoule, 30ml, in a nice bottle, looks way more bougie than it actually costs, and this is a nice option. This has a higher dose of that PDRN than the cream, which is why I think this is the one I'm going to use going forward. For me, I want to get, if I'm using PDRN, I want to get the maximum dose of it, and you just get a little extra in this, and it's roughly the same price. So, like I say, if you don't want another serum or ampoule, the cream's fine. For me, this is just great. Yeah, recommended by you guys. I wasn't disappointed. My only note would be I think it's a bit overpackaged, but you know what? You can recycle this, so it's not the end of the world. But for me, I think this is a really, really nice PDRN serum. It feels gorgeous on the skin, and I would recommend to everybody if you're in the market for a PDRN option. Now, a product which I tried, really didn't care for, and then I realized maybe I'm just using it wrong or for the wrong purpose, is this. This is the Celemax Retinal Shot. So this has retinal in there, says it on the packet, but you've also got panthenol and matrixyl, which is a beautiful blend of peptides. So on face of it, a great ingredient list. But then I thought, you know what? Do I need another, mid-strength retinal in my life? I don't. I've got so many that I reach for. I don't think this is offering anything above and beyond what I've already got. I tried it, I was a bit underwhelmed. And then I thought, you know what? Maybe there is a little niche, a little gap in the market for this as an eye cream. So under the eye, you're going to want to use a lower dose retinal than the rest of the face, generally more sensitive, more dryness prone. So definitely go for a lower dose option under the eye. And if you've got something like this, which has the retinal, great under the eye, and that dose, has the panthenol to calm and soothe, minimize sensitivity, and has the matrixyl, which is going to help minimize crow's feet and just lift the look of the eye. This is like an all-in-one eye cream. It's not badged as that. They say to use it all over the face. But for me, I think if you're in the market for shopping a mid-strength under-eye retinoid that isn't going to cause too much sensitivity and irritation and is packed full of other beneficial ingredients, I think this is a really great option to go for. Inexpensive, does what it needs to do. So I think, yeah, under the eye, 10 out of 10. Rest of the face, yeah, it's not for me. I've got other options that I reach for. But yeah, I think this is a really, really clever product in terms of under eye, and I wish they almost go back to the drawing board, just call it an eye cream, and then we would all be scrambling over people to get our hands on it. As an eye cream, 10 out of 10. Now, this year I've tried to love snail mucin. For the longest time, it's been viral for years and years and years. I know most of you guys will have a snail mucin somewhere in your skincare routine. In fact, let me know. If at this point, if you are somebody that uses snail mucin and loves it, dig out the snail emoji and leave it down in the comment section below. So that way we can see how many people love snail mucin. I'm clearly in the minority, I know that already, but I'd like to see where people's thoughts and opinions lie. I'd also like to know if there is a snail emoji. I've said that now. I'm not actually sure there is, so you can prove me wrong. Find the snail emoji, drop it in the comments. I've tried to find a snail mucin I like, but they either break me out because I'm quite sensitive to the ingredient, or they leave a sticky, tacky feeling on the skin, which I hate, or I just don't see the value in them. The only one that I've tried, and I can genuinely say hand on heart I love, is this. This is the Jumaso Snail Mucin 95 plus Peptide Facial Essence. You get a lot of product in here, 140ml. So as the serum goes, this is a lot of product, and I think I paid £20 for it. So this will last you like a whole year because you only need one pump. I just don't think you can go wrong with this. It's got a high dose of snail mucin. It feels like you've got the elasticity that gives the skin a nice bounce, which I do like from snail mucin, but it doesn't break me out, doesn't clog my pores, doesn't irritate the skin, and it disappears without a trace. Look, no tackiness, nothing. that is music to my ears. It just leaves behind a nice dose of hydration, some calming and soothing, and some plumping. That's all I want for my snail mucin. I don't want the tackiness. Look at that. It's just beautiful. It's also got some additional peptides in there, which is a nice added ingredient to see some additional benefit. It ticks all the boxes for me. I would say if you're still somebody that wants to, like me, you want to like snail mucin, but you can't find one that you enjoy, or maybe you love snail mucin and you want to try something new, I think this is a little unsung hero. Mainly bought it because you're getting a lot of product for your money. I'm cheap, I love that. But I kind of kept on using it because, yeah, it genuinely worked and no tackiness. So, Jumiso, thank you. Thank you for creating a snail mucin I can actually enjoy. And we're going to come on to a little mask now. And I have a subscriber, a follower to thank for this one. This is the Numbuzin NAD Bio Lifting Mask. Now, I got this in PR probably 2-3 years ago and just never used it. I was like, I do not want a full face mask. The claustrophobia will be through the roof. I don't like face masks. I was like, yeah, I don't need that. So I think they sent me like 6 or 10. Anyway, sent them to Scott, who's a fantastic subscriber to the channel and a great friend. Sent them to him, said, I know this is the sort of thing that you'll enjoy. Hope you enjoy it. And he loved it. And he raved about it so much that I got FOMO. And then I ended up repurchasing what I'd already given away because I got FOMO and needed to try it. That's a story of my life. But anyway, I tried it and I love it. Now, this is a mask. I don't know if you can see on the back here. So the top bit is just a sheet mask that you put on the skin. The bottom bit is a chin strap that you strap under and it like lifts. It gives the nicest lifting. Like for the next 12 hours after you've applied this, you are snatched to the gods. It is great. Great for jowls, works really well, hydrates, it's got some pro collagen benefits, great for anti-aging. It's just a nice all-round sheet mask and you get a lot of product. This is swimming in product. So my top tip is cut the corner off, take the sheet mask out, then you can sort of fold it over and peg it down and you've got a week's worth of serum in here. I'm not joking, it's genuinely a week's worth of serum in here. So see this as a sheet mask and a week's worth of serum. That is a bargain. I love these. I think they come in packs of 5. Now, I don't think you can buy the individuals. They come in packs of 5. Anyway, I'll link them below so you can see. But yeah, I love these. If you like a sheet mask and you want something that lifts and firms to the gods, it's just really nice. But I do think there's a whiff of irony in there, in that I gave them away because I knew that I wouldn't like them and then ended up repurchasing them because I got FOMO. Yeah, I should take a learning from that, I think. But anyway, I won't. But they have really good sheet masks. 2 products that are like sisters because I guess they came side by side. These are the new Haru Rose PDRN ampules. Do they call them ampules or serums? No, they call them serums. So the firming and the soothing. The firming has retinoids in, the soothing has azelaic acid in. I love both. They're both great. I would only say, I guess my caution with this is they are mid-strength azelaic acid, mid-strength retinol. So if you're new to either of these ingredients, these are great options. If, like me, you're already established as a user of azelaic acid and retinol, I think this will be a step back. So I'm glad I tried them. I think they're wonderful new additions to the skincare world. But I think it's going to be situational as to how it works with you. This is the 0.1% retinol, so that's the equivalent of like the Geek and Gorgeous A Game 10 if you're doing like a rough side-by-side comparison. Mid-strength, I would say. This has azelaic acid in, which the brand confirmed is 5%. There's a lot of numbers flying around out there in terms of 5%, 10%, 12%, 5%. The brand confirmed 5% of azelaic acid. Great beginner strength. Would I eventually want to go to a higher dose? Probably. I'm now using 10% regularly. Love it. But 5% is great for beginners and it's still going to give you great value. I think both of these are lovely. The packaging is divine. The inner packaging, I think, gives nail varnish. Let me hold that up for you. That gives nail varnish. It's a beautiful colour. I mean, if you take this, you could take this to your nail technician and say, that colour for autumn. Beautiful colour, but it is giving nail varnish. But yeah, I just think lovely, lovely serums. Do you have to use these if you're already using azelaic acid? No. But if you're looking for somewhere to begin, or maybe there's a teenager in your life that's getting a bit of breakouts, a bit of acne, this azelaic acid one will be a great way of calming and soothing and treating that. Just nice all-round products. And then I've got two more products. Right. First up, also by Haru. These were Haru. This is their Haru Wonder Black Rice Prebiotics Barrier 2% NAD Serum Mist. Like I say, I link all of these products down in the description box below. I don't want you having to Google that, type all that out into Google. Absolutely not. They're linked below. I think Haru is having a bit of its viral moment right now. Last year was all about Numbuzzin. Still my favourite Korean skincare brand. This year, I think it's Haru that's kind of coming into its own. This is the new bottle. I just bought this and I paid £13 for it. Really inexpensive. Yeah, as you can see, I haven't even broken the seal on this one. I've got this in reserve because I'm just finishing up the one that I've got. Beautiful mist, really nice spray. So it's one that gives you a nice dispersal, which I really appreciate on a spray. And this has NAD, which is fantastic in terms of lifting and firming. We've also got a lot of barrier supporting ingredients in here. So if you're somebody that has a toner or a mist in your routine and you wonder, what is it doing? What's the purpose of it? Am I getting any value out of it beyond just a bit of hydration? Swap to this, because you get the hydration, but you also get the barrier support and you get the anti-aging NAD. So this is like misting with a purpose. And that one, I'm going to have that as my motto for 2026. I want everyone to mist or tone with a purpose, because yes, hydration, love it, great. But I want a toner or a mist to have something more than just hydration. And I think this is the best one. And Haru are having their like halo moment at the moment. Everyone's loving them, and for good reason. They are a great Korean skincare brand. And then last but by no means least, I want to talk about this. Not really a new product, because it's more of a tweak to an existing product's formulation. I've used this for the longest time. This is the Madagascar Centella Probio Seca Enrich Cream. Love this, recommended this for the past couple of years, love it. They are phasing that out and discontinuing it, replacing it with this, which is the Centella Teca cream. Seca, Centella Asiatica. Teca is a titrated version of Centella Asiatica, so just concentrated. It's just giving you more benefits, but is in essence the same thing, just in a hyper-concentrated form. Teca is the way forward. They're reformulating their products to align with that Teca direction, which I think is better. For me, it basically delivers the same as this one, but with added calming and soothing, because the Teca is a step up from the Seca. It's fractionally more expensive. So when they did the reformulation, they added like £1.50 on. Not mad, not happy about that, but I'm also not ridiculously mad, because I think you are getting a little extra value from it, so I don't mind. I love this. They do the whole line. I've got the whole line here, which are all like updated versions of what you see up here. The line's great, but for me, I've never needed that much Centella Asiatica in my life. I use it as an add-on rather than a core. So this is all I need. It's a really nice moisturizer, and it's great for summer. Keeps the skin fresh, calms, soothes. Yeah, definitely. This is an example of a reformulation I actually approve of. Normally I cringe when brands reformulate popular products. This is, I think, one that's actually a step forward. And so, there you have it, the greatest new Korean skincare of 2026. I think this year I'm actually starting to get excited about Korean skincare again. So much innovation, so much new products that actually deliver something different to what we already have in our routine. And I'm all in favour of that. These are all fantastic products. You do not need to rush out and buy them all tomorrow. It's just rather like, I don't know, I think it's just fun to try new things sometimes, and I just want to share what I've found to hopefully inspire you guys. If you are on the hunt for a new, serum to slot into your routine, any of these would be amazing. Or maybe you just want to enjoy new skincare vicariously through me without buying anything. That's also what I'm here for. Either way, it's a win. And thank you so much for bearing with me to the bitter end of what is quite a long video, but we did it with minimum edits, minimum jump cuts, and if you want to see more of this, do let me know, because I do like sitting down chatting all things skincare with you guys, and just from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.